If you're over 50, chances are you wake up feeling stiff, your knees hurt, and your back feels like it's welded shut. You can't get into a deep squat, you can't lift your arms next to your ears, and you can't move as easily as you used to, even compared to just a few years ago. And if you're over 50, it gets worse faster than you think, unless you do something about it. And you might have even been strong at one point in your life, but now your body just feels uncoordinated and slow, like it's falling apart one joint at a time. You try stretching, you lift weights, you've tried walking, but nothing gets you that youthful feeling that you've been missing. And once you hit 50, it's not just about strength or cardio or flexibility. It's integrating all of the above, and power, control, mobility. You need them all. And there's one tool that rebuilds all of that fast. Not by isolating body parts, but by retraining your entire body to move like it's designed to. It's not a barbell, it's not a machine, it's the kettlebell. And what it does to your body after 50 changes everything. You might still have a little bit of muscle, but your body probably feels disconnected and clumsy. The problem may be partly a lack of strength, but your muscles have also forgotten how to work together because they haven't worked together in years, maybe even decades. Kettlebell training offers something that other styles don't, and it rewires that connection fast. You see, most workouts train muscle in isolation. You have an arm day, an ab day, a leg day, whatever. But life doesn't work like that. When you go to lift something heavy, or climb some stairs, or even just get out of a chair, your body needs everything working together. And after 50, that wiring starts to fray, and no amount of bicep curls or leg extensions are going to bring it back. But kettlebell training will, especially after your 50th birthday. Every movement forces your body to link strength, balance, and stability into a single system. And instead of feeling disjointed and clumsy, you start to feel solid again, like your body finally trusts itself again. And once you restore that connection, you unlock a whole new level of power without wrecking your joints. Here's how that works. Now, you've probably heard how important strength training is as you get older, but the second you start lifting weights, your joints ache, your body feels wrecked, or you're probably too sore to move the next day. So how do you build real power without tearing yourself down? The problem is, most strength training loads your joints with heavy weight before it prepares them to move. Heavy barbells, machines, and even certain body weight drills are going to force you into positions that your body just can't control anymore. And that's why you feel beat up instead of built up. Kettlebell training works from the opposite end. You start out with the easy grinds to pattern the movement, then you learn the ballistic movements, the swings and the cleans and so forth and so on. You program yourself to generate explosive power while reinforcing the right mechanics. The kettlebell guides you through a natural arc that strengthens tendons and ligaments as you move instead of wearing them down. You learn to control these movements and you learn how to use your joints again. So instead of trading power for pain, you rebuild both your joints and your power all at once. And an unexpected bonus you'll find is that when you start training power this way, your mobility starts to come back because you start building strength where your body feels the weakest. And you can stop spending so much time on stretching because what you don't know just might hurt you. Now, here's what I mean. You've probably been stretching to increase flexibility, reduce pain and stiffness, and haven't gotten much relief. In fact, it might actually be making you less flexible. And the reason you're still stiff is because stretching doesn't solve the real problem. But kettlebells can. It's simple. Stiffness feels like your muscles are tight, but it's not that. It's from your body not feeling strong or stable at the edges of your range. So when you stretch, your nervous system doesn't trust those positions, so it snaps you right back and you feel stiff again tomorrow. But what's worse is it puts your joints in a guarded state to prevent overstretching and creates new imbalances and irritation that set your progress back. Kettlebell training fixes this by building strength inside your mobility. Moves like the kettlebell hack squat or the windmill or the get up, they force you to strengthen and stabilize while you explore these deeper ranges. Your body learns that it's safe in those positions, and that's when deeper mobility is created. You end up with less pain, looser joints, and unbelievable control and strength where you used to feel weak and vulnerable. So now you start to feel safe and confident in those end ranges. But one thing starts to improve almost automatically, and it happens to be the one thing that prevents most age-related injuries. Think about it. Most injuries after 50 don't come from heavy lifting. They come from losing balance in everyday life. So why does your body still feel clumsy even after you've built back strength and mobility? The truth is, Traditional training ignores the nervous system. Machines lock you in place, barbells move you in straight lines, but life doesn't work like that. Real movement is messy, unpredictable, and your body has to react in real time. If you don't train those reflexes, you lose them. And that's why so many guys feel strong at the gym, but tight and awkward everywhere else. Kettlebells fix this by forcing you to stabilize against a shifting center of mass with every single rep. The asymmetry, the arc of the swing, even just holding the kettlebell in your hand, your nervous system is constantly recalibrating and fighting to maintain balance and coordination in ways no machine ever could. And when your reflexes sharpen, everyday life feels easier and safer. And the best part is that all of this happens in less time than you think because the kettlebell trains multiple modalities all at the same time. How is that even possible? Most people spend hours at the gym because they split up their workouts. Cardio one day, weights the next, mobility if you can even squeeze it in. And that's the trap that most guys fall into. They treat fitness like a checklist. Do your strength here, your cardio there, stretch when you remember. It's slow, it's fragmented, and worst of all, it doesn't carry over into real life. So how is it that kettlebells train all of it in a fraction of the time? Kettlebell training compresses everything into one. The same swing that builds explosive hip power also drives your heart rate up. It stretches your hamstring. It reinforces your posture. That same get-up that builds shoulder stability also trains mobility, balance, and core strength. Every rep compounds the benefits instead of splitting them apart. And that's why 20 minutes with a kettlebell can do more for your body than an hour with traditional weightlifting program. And here's the best part. All that efficiency builds from the inside out, starting with your core. But the core work that most people do still leaves them weak where they need it the most, in their core. You've cranked out sit-ups, crunches, leg lifts, but your back still hurts, your posture still collapses forward, and your core feels weak, where you actually need it. Because none of that fancy abdominal work will ever translate into real useful strength. Most ab training is about looks, not function. Crunches and leg lifts only hit one part of your core, and the abs get overworked and tight. And that's why the strength rarely carries over. But kettlebell training fixes this by making every movement a core movement. The offset load, the torque, controlling the momentum forces you to constantly stabilize your abs, your obliques, and the spinal stabilizers. They fire automatically. Your hips, your glutes, your lower back, your entire core is working. Whether you're pressing overhead, swinging, or carrying the bell at your side, your core automatically braces in every direction under a real load. You program your core to brace without even realizing you're doing it. And that's how you build a spine that feels bulletproof, posture that holds without effort, and the kind of strength that makes back pain a thing of the past. Now, with everything we just covered, all the benefits you get are really just a support mechanism for the type of strength that you need after 50. Because let's be honest, after 50, you don't care if you're pretty. A six-pack doesn't mean much if you can't get off the floor without using furniture to support yourself. So why does any of that really matter when the goal is staying useful, not just looking fit? The truth is that most of the fitness industry sells you aesthetics, mirror muscles, shredded abs, quick fixes, but none of that protects you from the realities of aging. What matters is resilience, your ability to move without pain, to handle life's demands, and to keep doing the things that you love for decades to come. Kettlebell training builds that kind of strength. Every rep transfers over. Whether you're carrying groceries, climbing stairs, playing with your grandkids, or just trying to get up off a floor with confidence. This is the kind of strength that makes you feel powerful, not fragile and delicate. Think it'll never happen to you? Think again. You don't need hours in the gym or a rack full of weights. One kettlebell, a few movements, and you've got everything you need to rebuild your body from the inside out. Now, the only question left to answer is why haven't you started yet? Could be because you don't know where to start. Well, I don't recommend just jumping in like most people do. They start with swings and they get hurt almost as fast as they get started. So be smart, start with the right movement, and learn it the right way. And you can do that in this video.